everybody, to the new and improved Undefeated by Choice podcast. This is it.
It's improved because I'm here.
This is improved. This, everyone, this beautiful woman sitting next to me went through a rigorous audition.
Was it rigorous? You know, I actually never had a chance to ask that. It was rigorous.
No, it wasn't rigorous. No, it wasn't. She was the clear-cut choice for the new co-host for the podcast. This is Weiix.
What's up, you guys?
Now, Weiix. When I first tell people Weiix, they think your full name is Weiix, but it's Weiix.
It's Weixin. That's my full name.
Okay, I was going to ask you what is your. Yeah. I was going to ask you how was the official way to pronounce your.
The real Asian way.
The official way, not the real Asian way. You always go Asian.
Oh, this is the person who brought a Buddha.
Yes, that's why
This is not mine. I'd like to point out. Let's not be racist.
This is Thai. This is Chinese. You're Chinese. You're Chinese.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is Thai Buddha. Okay. different place.
Oh my God.
No, it wasn't rigorous. I knew it was you. I knew you were the co-host. Everyone else was great, wonderful, but you were the clear-cut choice. There's only two other auditions.
I appreciate that.
There's only 2 other auditions, and they didn't last. Yours was an hour-long audition, and theirs wasn't. They were great. I have nothing bad to say about them. Just in case you don't work out, I'm going to call them up. But I don't want to say anything bad about them. But no,
who are these people?
No, you were the clear-cut choice, and and we're just so happy to have you. We're in our new location. Right now they're only getting a small view of the camera angle that we're going to do. But then when we open it up to our guests, you're going to see what we've created here. But I'm so excited. But never mind. I was gonna go further on your name because I want to know where La comes from because it's L-E. So when I first said Lee and you were like, no, La.
It's La.
But why isn't it like Le?
Because it's Chinese. La. It means happy.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not a common name. So I remember when I was little, my dad made us promise. He's just like, don't ever let anyone change it to Lee, because you know how like over time, he's like, it's La.
It's La.
That's our family name.
Okay, so I mean, I knew it wasn't Lee because Lee would be 2 E's, but I was wondering why it wasn't Le.
Yeah, La, because in Chinese you say La, and it means happy. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Weixin?
Weixin.
Weixin.
Yeah, Weixin.
What does Weixin mean?
It means peaceful, likable, and not to disappoint.
It's all just positive.
So basically, my parents just set me up for failure.
Your family just set you up for all positive happiness. Like everything is from first to last name.
Yeah.
Do you have a middle name?
I don't have a middle name. Yeah.
Most females don't.
Really?
Yeah. It's because if they get married and then they take their husband's last name, now they have 4 names. Yeah, most females don't have.
Huh. I see. I thought it was just an Asian thing. Like Asian people don't have middle names usually, but.
Do the males?
Not really.
That's fine. 2 names is good.
That's fine.
3 names is too much.
You said it like.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I knew that's where you're going with this.
I'll allow it. So we do something. The very first, we're called MPR. Nick, go ahead and throw that graphic up for us. That page respect. I got some respect to pay to some big names in the social media game. I don't know if you've ever heard of YouTube or Instagram before, but I got some respect to pay to them for 2 reasons. The show wouldn't exist without either of them. First of all, YouTube. Someone tried to step on our toes, tried to report us, tried to shut down the show. And thankfully, I have Nick, who came to the rescue and handled conversation with the YouTube higher ups. YouTube actually talked to us and was telling us what we were in trouble for. I said it's copyright infringement, and Nick had to say no, that's not what we did. And so Nick set them straight, and they looked into it. They did the investigation, had us back up within 24 hours. They had us back up and running. So they have to do an investigation when you
they're doing their job.
Yeah, you have to get an investigation when someone reports you, and within 24 hours. I mean, I'm sure they get reports all the time. And within 24 hours, they had us back up and running. So,
cool.
Big shout out and much respect to the YouTube team and what they're doing. Without you, this podcast wouldn't exist. Because right now we are only on YouTube. We will eventually get on the other platforms, but I wanted to get the video up first. I felt that was most important. I felt that was most conducive to the type of show that we're creating. So big shout out to my love of YouTube. I used to actually not be a YouTube fan.
You know, I could kind of see that.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit. You know.
Why?
Because YouTube is just it's very mainstream. It's very influenced by like the popular, vibe and like consensus opinions.
And
whatever.
I'm like an old man. I'm like an old man who doesn't know.
You're not afraid to swim the way that you want to swim.
That's true.
You know, that's a
true.
good thing.
That's true. And then all of a sudden I found podcasts on YouTube and I became a fanatic. I love watching podcasts on YouTube. So much love there. The second is Instagram. This podcast again would not exist without Instagram. Every single guest I have gotten a hold of that wasn't just like a friend that I already knew, I found on Instagram.
Awesome.
It has been my go-to on getting a hold of people. One of the biggest guests that we will have, I've talked about her a million times on the podcast already.
It's a big deal.
I continue to. But I had told Nick if he didn't get Claudia Gadelli on the show and I went to Vegas that I was going to fire him. I was going to get rid of him and I was going to find someone who could do the job. And Nick, God bless his little heart, did everything he could and he got as close as he could. He was talking to managers.
Wow.
He was doing everything, and it didn't go through. And then I sat on my back porch and did a Instagram story, and I tagged her in it, and I asked her to be on the show, and she got back to me within 10 minutes and said, "Yeah, absolutely, I'll do it."
I love that.
So I mean, that is like. People need to understand the power that these two platforms of social media have, and the ability that people have to create the life that they want for themselves just by using what's in front of them, just by using something that they use every single day. I mean, people use Instagram every single day to post selfies.
Oh yeah.
Just to post a selfie.
Just to post a selfie.
Take that moment and reach out to someone that you want to connect with, and there is a chance they're going to see it and that they're going to respond, and then you can create a relationship with that person. So, Matt pays respect to Instagram and YouTube, 100%. Without them, this podcast would not exist. So, Nick, do what you do. Let them know that we love them. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're a magician. Your life. Nick is life. There's going to be a shirt soon.
That says Nick is life.
For sure. For sure. There's going to be one that says Weix is life, but you got to earn it.
Okay. All right.
You got to earn it.
Who brought this?
Who brought the candy?
Look what I brought.
Who brought the candy?
Guys.
That's true. You did bring treats. You're like the soccer mom.
I will take that to the bank. Thank you.
You're the mom that shows up for us little kids. Me and Nick are the two little kids. And you're the mom that shows up and you keep us fed with treats.
You know what's funny? I had an audition just like a couple weeks ago and I was supposed to play the role of the soccer mom. I didn't get it.
Wow.
But this is like a little validation.
You're too young and beautiful to be a soccer mom.
No, probably just because the audition wasn't, as good as somebody else's audition. That's generally how it goes. But no hard feelings.
I don't believe it. No, you were typecast.
You are the soccer mom.
That's important to bring up. You're an actress. You're a model. You're a stunt woman. You're a voiceover actress. That's important for people to figure. That's important for people to know.
I'm very proud of it.
That's
proud of my accomplishments.
Yeah. But
still in the works.
Now you've abandoned all that to be a co-host on the
I like to use the word included all that.
Abandoned.
Included.
You've left that all behind you. You've left that all behind.
Don't listen to him. Please
that chapter of your life is done. No, it's not. Not yet.
This guy.
Not until we're making money. Not until we're making money off this. I will not support you.
No, I'm a big supporter of people's dreams and passions. 100%. That is my MO in life.
Yes.
So if I can help, I will help.
And I only ask for 1 day a week.
Easy.
Like 2 hours of your time.
Easy.
And then 3 when we have to do extra filming because I forget to do it beforehand. Okay, we have a guest coming out that I am super excited about. She's a friend of mine. I've known her for a while, but I still reach out to her on Instagram because that's how I handle my life. That's how we went over. Never mind, I won't bring that up.
She's not just an acquaintance of Matt's though. This woman has worked her butt off to get to where she is, and she's just phenomenal. You know,
she's
so cool.
strawweight MMA fighter, still amateur, and she's killing it.
Utah state champion.
Yeah, she is the she's the Utah strawweight champion. Destiny McCubbin. You look her up on Instagram. Her handle is mytime_McCubbin. MCCUBBIN or MCU. Look her up. You'll find her. Destiny McCubbin. She is awesome. She's lives in Vegas. She came out here just to do this interview. Believe that?
I believe it.
She did. She came out here just no. She's out here, but she made special time to come out here and do this interview because she's a friend, and we're excited to have her. So when we come back, we're gonna have Destiny McCubbin. And we are rolling. Destiny, you just finished up your workout with Colby.
Yes.
You're the first guest to work out with Colby.
Awesome.
Tell us how he is. Let us know if we should keep having him come back to train our guests.
Colby's great. He's very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about. He demonstrated everything really well, so I didn't really have any questions, and the workout was awesome. It was difficult, but very effective. I could tell that it'll be very effective, so I'm excited to actually get on the programs and stuff.
Yeah, what did you learn about, like, so, because they get pretty high tech in teaching you things. What did you learn from, like, because I know that at the end there you're doing like a strength test for your legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just learned that he said like everybody has a more dominant side.
Right, yeah.
But mine is way different, way off. So he said that can result in, back problems, things like that. So to just start focusing on the leg that was weaker, which was my left side, start doing like single leg squats, things like that to kind of bring them closer together. But it was weird because my left leg was stronger, but my right leg was more explosive. Very much more. It's weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
That speed agility combo.
I'm just all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, that's you. Like you'll be just running in circles.
Yeah.
You just have a dominant leg. The other.
I just jacked up. That doesn't make sense. Like I got really bad hips, really bad low back, knees, everything. So yeah, now I guess it kind of.
But it's good to know now,
yeah,
right?
Now I know.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like the one thing that I keep trying to push to everybody, especially to fighters, is like learning how to use your speed and agility better. It's so many people think, oh, speed and agility, that's for football players or maybe for basketball players, but no, it's for every single sport, and especially when you come to a place like Athletic Republic where they're going to teach you things like that, like you're more dominant in this leg, but you're more explosive in this leg. Like now you can tailor your workouts to develop the strength so you're even out on both legs, and now you have that more power and more agility in both legs.
Absolutely.
So.
I would really love to get speed and agility into my training regimen, just because obviously you want fast feet as a fighter, you know what I mean? You want to be and light on your toes, and then working those fast twitch fibers he was saying that makes you more explosive with takedowns and everything like that, defense. So yeah, it'd be really great. I'm excited to get going.
Yeah, well,
so cool.
You just stay tuned for another, I don't know, depends how fast Nick can build a website.
I know. I was like, so when's it going to happen? When's the program going to be ready?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know, but it's coming.
It is. It's coming. It's happening. We just have a few more things to work out, we haven't actually talked about it yet. This is the first time we've even mentioned it. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. But yeah, we're working on something with Athletic Republic Lehi, and you'll soon be able to get those workouts and get that stuff taken care of. So, let's get into. So we used to, with our interviews, we used to wait until the very end to ask like the goofy questions, but. No, everyone wants to hear those anyways. Everyone wants to.
We're gonna do it first.
Okay.
Everyone wants to get into
Get
those.
the party started.
And I feel like it makes your guest feel a little more comfortable if you can get goofy at the beginning.
Oh, of course.
Because we're such intimidating people.
Yeah. We
so
just the two of us. Like, does this feel like an official interview right now?
I mean.
Like for a job interview?
No, not at all. There's
okay.
gummy bears on the table.
Thank you.
This is great.
So
this is why I was like, I should put a little bit of color and make this a little more friendly.
Wex brings the only part that makes it comforting. Not even my tie. This is my tie Buddha.
If anything, that is more intimidating.
This is my.
I'm loving the whole feng shui.
Yeah, this is my tie Buddha. She said my side looked like dark and depressing. I've got a liquor bottle.
I meant color-wise.
I've got a liquor
I'm like
bottle.
a Rubik's Cube.
I've got a Thai Buddha.
This is very cool. Very
I've got my mug.
Very cool.
You can't not have a
Are
coffee
you a
mug.
Saints fan?
Yes.
Okay. What? We're gonna cut this short.
No, we're not. Me and Josh already talked about this. I am thankful for San Diego. If it wasn't for San Diego, we wouldn't have a Super Bowl.
Oh my
or
gosh,
anything.
the first game I ever went to, the Saints beat the Chargers.
You're welcome for that. You're welcome that you got to see that. That you got to witness that greatness.
Still one of the best times of my life.
The San Diego gave us Drew Brees. Just handed him to us, like on a silver platter. Like, here, do you want a Super Bowl? Here's how you're gonna do it. And so I am thankful for the farm team, San Diego or
Whatever.
LA or wherever you guys are at now, LA Chargers. I'm thankful for you guys.
Moving forward.
Yeah, okay. You want to move your mic just a little closer to your face?
Yes.
Yeah, just so we can hear. We just want to hear what you're saying a little
How's
bit.
that?
Oh, way better.
better?
Way better. All right, so goofy question number one. This might not even be goofy. This might be serious. We might get into some serious stuff right now.
Shoot.
But
Am I list?
what did you get away with as a child that no one found out about? Now's the time to tell. Now's the time to let us
I
all.
was like, I mean, she hasn't told anybody by now.
No, yeah.
What did I get away with a child?
I know you're a problem child.
I tell my mama everything, okay?
You are so close with your family. It's ridiculous.
Like, my mama knows all. Goodness.
But what did you have to? What did you get away with that you had to tell her about? People can know about it, but you got away with it.
Okay, I got one. When I was like 13, I was like hanging out with some bad, like little thugs.
Some thugs,
You know?
some
Little 13-year-old thugs.
some treses,
Super young.
norteñas.
I forgot all about this, but I like we were like all hanging out, just doing bad kid things, and one of them like had a homemade tattoo gun and offered to give me a tattoo, so I let him give me like a little tattoo on my hip. It was like a flower, and my mom didn't see it for like 6 months. And, like, one day I was like showing her something on my tummy, and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Nothing." And I like turned around really quick, and she's like, "Show me." And I like showed her, and I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like 16.
Like, it's a gel pen, Mom.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I mean, she was mad, but
That was 13.
Yeah.
You got your first tattoo at 13.
Yeah. I did. I was bad.
I was bad. You still have this, right? You didn't get removed?
Oh no, I got it covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was 30.
Still
I was
little.
30 with my. I wanted one at
By the time
13.
I got like my actual first tattoo, it was like it was such a bad tattoo gun and tattoo like faded. Like you couldn't even see it at that point.
Oh my gosh, that's intense.
Yeah.
I wish I was getting tattoos at 13.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna get more.
I mean, what would your tattoo have been when you were 13, though? Think about that.
I mean,
Because I don't think the Matt now would have been like, oh man, I'm proud of this tattoo.
Mine
when I
was a
13.
flower, for God's sake. Like,
That's pretty good. I mean, a flower is
like
eternal.
a flower you draw in
Okay,
a
what
notebook.
would yours have
Flowers
been?
last forever.
Before we start dishing out Dragon Ball Z.
No, I did watch Dragon Ball Z. Not at
knew
13.
it.
Not at 13 though. I was older when
You
I
struck
watched
me as a
it.
Dragon Ball Z
No, well, yeah. They get all charged up and then wreck house. Let's see. What would I have gotten at 13? I probably would have gotten like a pit bull or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
I
What would you have gotten?
I don't know. I was just thinking this. I was like, man, I can't ask this question and not answer it. I don't know what I would have gotten when I was 13. Oh, okay. I was super into Pokemon when I was 13. I was like on the end of it all, but I mean, I did have my cards.
Would you have gotten just a
I had
Pokeball?
cards. Pokemon
Just
was
a
my shit.
Pokeball.
Just a Pokeball?
Just a
Pokeball.
circle with a line and a dot. That's all.
Yeah.
I had this big, huge Pokemon stuffed animal. It was like this big old yellow Pokemon, and it was like my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, that's probably what I would have been a Pikachu.
You would have gotten a Pikachu? Okay.
No, I don't know.
Are you ever going to get a tattoo?
No.
Oh, you don't have any?
No, I
30?
don't.
Are you 30?
I'm 29.
29.
No tattoos.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. I probably won't get one. I think it's pretty cool when people get them, but for me
Yeah.
personally,
I think it's cool when people don't. Like when you meet somebody that
Thank
has none.
you.
I'm like, Wow, look at you.
I will one day
Thank
be.
you,
I will one
thank
day
you.
be covered.
There's a lot that I have that I'm like,
I will one day be
why'd I get
covered.
that?
I will have
What were you
the
thinking?
Cody Garbrandt neck
Oh,
tattoo. I'm gonna.
please don't.
The next one I'm getting is a on my hand.
His looks so bad because he's got such a weird long neck. Like,
I've got a short neck, so I really couldn't get. I couldn't. There's not much I could get there. It'd be like. I couldn't. Whatever it would be, it'd be a miniature version. Like if I got a horse, it'd be like a pony. It wouldn't be like.
A pony.
If it was a dog, if it was my pit bull, it'd be a puppy.
I
It
thought a
wouldn't.
hand one would be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Right here.
I already know what I'm getting. I already know what I'm getting for my hand. I just gotta find an artist who can do it, because it's not gonna be easy. So, but this isn't about me. It's about you. You getting away with getting a tattoo. Okay, so what situations has okay, this is a difficult. I wrote it out weird, but I would see if I can do it. So what have movies taught you were true, but in life you actually figured out they're not true? What situations have movies taught you in life
God.
are true that have actually turned out not to be true? Like, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I'm never going to meet a woman at the grocery store. But in movies, I thought that happened all
Well,
the
not
time.
with that attitude. I mean,
In movies, I thought that was just going to happen all. I thought every time I went and bought food, I was going to meet a woman.
that's like walking through a grocery store, like a Macy's. This girl comes
Yeah.
up, hey, excuse me, sir. And he's like, no.
No.
Say in a movie.
We gotta,
No.
this ain't a movie. No.
See, I always thought I'd like meet somebody on the peanut butter aisle or something, but
That's where you spend all your time?
yeah,
Just looking at which peanut butter you're
but,
going to get?
I mean, I met Josh at fights, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. You meet people where you spend a lot of time, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But movies taught me. They convinced me that it was like gonna always happen.
Let's see. Goodness. I was gonna say something about changing mind.
You can say it. We'll edit it out if you really don't like it.
Let's see.
I'm lying. We won't edit it out. We'll leave it in.
I mean, nowadays it's different because, like, women are more empowered and stuff, so movies are more empowering about women, but, like, before then and growing up, it was always about, like, you know, a couple or a relationship or a
yeah.
marriage, and, like, it was never, like, about, like, women chasing their dreams or women doing this thing, you know, and now you see, like, you don't need a guy to be successful. You don't need a man to be successful. You don't need a marriage. You can chase your own dream. Like, you can do that. You know, women can do whatever they want. Like, you didn't see that in movies. Now you do more because obviously times are evolving. But before you didn't. So.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. As a father of a little girl, I like anything that empowers women. So I'm a big fan of that.
that's a good one.
I like
For
that.
sure.
All right. So what quote or saying do people always say that is actually BS?
I feel like these are like such putting me on the spot. I'm like, I really gotta think.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. You gotta get you thinking. You gotta get your brain working.
Let's see. What quote?
I don't have a quote, but I have a word that drives me nuts when people say it. Have you ever heard anyone say legitly?
Legitly?
You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
legitimately,
Yeah.
you shorten it and we say legit, right?
Yeah.
So then why are we adding the extra suffix on the end to make it longer, like legitly?
Legitly.
Yeah, legitly. I'm like,
No,
no, it is legit, if that,
Yeah.
legitimately.
Legitimately.
I hate that.
No, I've never
I've
heard
heard
it.
it.
I've never heard that. But I've heard a lot of dumb words because I work with teenagers, so I've heard a lot of dumb made-up words.
Okay, do teenagers say triggered? Have you heard that?
The new-
Like, oh man, he's
the
so
new-
triggered right now.
Yeah, but I work
hate that.
with the teenagers I work with it's at a rehab center, so the word triggered is
Right, it
actually
has a-
something that we
actually has a-
use quite a bit. So
Alright.
yeah, I've heard them say
But
that.
that's why it bugs me when kids use it. They're just like, oh man, I'm so triggered right now. I'm like, that is a clinical term. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think you
you
understand.
are
Words
You've
are
never been
so
triggered
weird
in your
now,
life.
Like, lit. I mean,
lit.
or like litty. When people are like, kids are like, it's so litty. I'm like,
Litty,
don't
I've
ever
heard that.
say that again.
Talk to me.
please.
Don't you
Like,
talk
I
to
will
me like that.
Slap you.
I like, savage was so good at first. I loved the word
Oh.
savage, and then it just got
It's just
so
so
played
played
out.
out.
Savage.
I loved it though. At
savage.
first, when they were like, "Dude, that's savage," I was like, "Ooh, I like that. I like that." Then it was like every
I was like,
other
I
was
want that as a
savage, so
tattoo.
savage, so savage, bro.
Your
It's so
13-year-old
savage.
tattoo.
Definitely played out, for sure.
Yeah. No, so you can't think of a quote?
No.
Okay. All right.
Can you?
Yeah, mine is the best. Yes,
That's like, I thought you'd never
yes,
ask.
I was waiting for you.
Waiting.
Waiting for you to
My
turn it back to
turn.
me. When people say, no offense to either of you, because I think one of you may have said this at one point, but when people say that Jesus said it would never be easy, I only said it'd be worth it. He never said that. He never said that. It's never in the Bible that he said that. He actually said, "Give me your yoke, and I'll make your burdens light," or something. Like, he literally was like, "Put it on me, I'll make it easier for you."
I've
I've never heard anybody say Jesus. I've heard people say nobody said it would be worth it or easy.
No, people attribute it to Jesus all the time.
Really?
People always like Jesus said. I've heard it like so many times. I've even seen like a picture of like Jesus with his arms out, and like it's like quoted. It's like quoted, and I'm like, he never said that. He never said that.
Actually, I read the Bible.
I mean, it's true. Sometimes things aren't easy, but they're going to be worth it. It's a very true statement, but
100%.
don't give it to Jesus. He didn't say that. He didn't say it. So that's one of mine.
Okay,
That's one of mine.
okay,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Like when people get upset when people say like, "Oh, there's no way you can give 110%. You have to give it 100%." Like, that's another one where people are like, "Oh, give it 110%." I'm like, well, yeah, that's true, but you know what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You got these nerds. Oh, you can't actually
Man,
go past
actually,
100%.
mathematically, 110%.
Actually.
110% is not actual. Yeah, so that one bothers me. Okay, so this one's really going to put you on the spot. I did this for Wex when I interviewed her for this position. And do you got your phone? Can you pull your timer out?
Yeah.
We can put 30 seconds on the clock.
Got it.
Okay, so the president of the world has called you up, Destiny, and said...
Of the world?
Yeah, the president of the world. This is future times.
Oh, okay.
The president of the world calls you up
Wow.
and says, Destiny, we need you to give a message to the world, but you only got 30 seconds. You're gonna get on the microphone. It's gonna send a speaker out into the entire world. You have 30 seconds to give a message to the world. What's it gonna be?
You let me know when you're ready.
You let us know
I will
when you're
push
ready.
start.
Okay?
Like, wait, what? Like, any message? Like, it can be like
Oh,
trying to
Any
save
message.
the world,
You
or
no,
just anything?
any message. You could
Okay.
be like, come watch my fight October 30th, and then like you can whatever you want to say to the world. It's your platform.
Okay.
Tell us when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
You ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you want it, you have to get up and get it. Nobody is going to give it to you. There is no secret. There's no pill. There's no drink. There's nothing. It is just hard work and dedication, day in and day out. If you want it, it'll come. And that's it.
That's it. That's good. 15 seconds. You got 15
Man.
seconds. You got 15 seconds to spare. Wex
I've been
could.
like telling myself this every day for the past
No.
couple days now.
No, that is.
So, like trying to get myself going, you know. So I'm gonna share with the world.
No, that's
I
perfect.
love that.
That's perfect.
I love that.
That's perfect. Wex.
I had an old coach.
I
Wex-
may or may not have gone over the 30 second
Wex
mark.
went like 2 minutes long, 3 minutes.
Take a slow
Yeah.
spill, like motivating
Yeah.
attack.
She was like, and then like, she was
I had
talking
like
so
a thesis
fast.
statement, a closing
No.
statement,
Oh, wow.
supporting our.
It was. She was talking so fast. She was getting so much in there, and then Nick's like, "Hey, 5 seconds," and she's like, "No." Then she's like, "We're like, we'll give you a couple more. We'll give you a couple more." It was a
Were
good
you
one.
like ready to
Round
take
up.
over the world after her speech?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
bet.
yeah. I was
It
like,
was that kind of a speech.
Wex,
Yeah.
you got the job. You
I
got the
know.
job. It was that speech that got her this job.
Done deal. Let's go get lunch.
Done deal.
Yeah. Totally.
Let's go eat.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to settle a debate for us. We've been having a debate, and
Trying to think like which one now.
yeah, you got to settle this debate for us. What is a more sexy job, bounty hunter or assassin?
Assassin. For
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you.
I would. If
Thank
I
you.
could do it, I would be an assassin. Like if I could go and get the training and everything, I would totally do it. It'd be awesome. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Bounty hunter.
Bounty
It's
hunter,
pretty
like,
cool.
When I
Because
think
here's the
bounty
thing,
hunter, I think
assassin.
of Dog the bounty hunter.
Oh.
I said so.
I think Star Wars, because bounty hunter, you got to bring the thing back alive. You know, assassin is just like you kill him one and done. But
Yeah.
bounty hunter, you got to like plan, execute, bring the thing back alive, whatever it is you're tracking down. You know.
I don't
Get your
think
bounty.
Dog the Bounty Hunter's planning, executing.
I mean,
he's calling
I'm not
them up and
familiar
he's
with
like,
him.
But
meet
I'm
me
talking
here.
like assassin, like
John Wick?
like okay, have you seen Suicide Squad? Will Smith in that?
Yes, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Like, shoot you
Hello.
from here and like it hits there and
Exactly.
gets you like way over there. Like, come
Okay,
on.
she brings up a good point.
I sent her the picture. I sent her a side by side of John Wick and Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I'm like, case closed. Enough said.
That's so funny because that is what I think of
Yeah.
when I think of a bounty hunter. I used
Yeah.
to actually watch that.
I did too, but I wasn't like, dang, that's a sexy job.
I mean, I don't know.
I was like, oh my gosh, dog is so hot.
Yeah, Dog and Beth.
Jango Fett and Star Wars.
And
I'm telling you.
Leland.
Yeah, Leland, his whole family, and not a single good-looking person in that entire group of bounty hunters.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny too. Leland like came up on my Instagram feed the other day, and I was following him. I'm like, why am I following Leland?
Did you?
So weird.
Be honest. At one point, did you have a crush on
Oh,
Leland?
for sure. He used to be so hot to me.
Are you?
I'm serious. But now I'm like,
That ponytail?
Maybe I followed him years ago when I thought he was hot, and
That
now I'm just
ponytail
like,
did it
wow.
for you. That,
No.
It wasn't the ponytail?
It may have been.
Oh my goodness, Destiny. Oh my goodness, Destiny. Okay, so let's try to figure out your
Moving
life.
along.
Let's try to figure out your life right now.
Oh man,
'cause-
my life.
Yes, because something went wrong when you liked Leland and had a crush on Leland. But something went right because you decided to get into MMA.
Oh.
So let's bridge that gap. Take us to your life. What got you into doing MMA?
Oh, this is a can of worms.
I know, that's why I want to open it. That's why I want to get to it. That's why it's opened with this question.
This could be a deep one.
Go deep. Do it.
Well, I fought like growing up. I mean, hello, I got my first tattoo at 13. So
Yes, you're a
I think
gangster.
that
You're a
kind
gangster.
of tells you like where my lifestyle was headed in what direction. Fought a lot growing up, like in the streets and stuff, you know. And then as I got older, it got worse. Hanging out with like gangsters, and then started drinking, partying. With gangsters comes that, and you know, just drugs, all that. When I turned 18, I got caught up with like the wrong people, started doing making some really bad choices, doing some pretty bad drugs, and just woke up. I had gotten clean, and then I fell back off, and then I just like woke up one day and was like, you know what, like this can't be it. Like this, I had literally hit rock bottom, lost everything, like all my friends, important people to me, looked like crap, felt like crap, and I was like, this can't be it. You know, there's just no way. Like my mom and dad gave me such a good life. Can't be what God has in store for me. So I just decided to cut all those people out of my life that I was doing that stuff with, and you know, doing all the bad choices I was making, and then I decided like I wanted just something obviously to keep my mind occupied, and then I had obviously, like when I got clean, I put on a ton of weight because I was still drinking, you know, just eating. When you get clean, you put on weight, drinking, and all that.
Yeah.
And so I actually got into CrossFit at first, and like that was a good outlet for me. I did that for about 6 months, and then I was just still felt like something was missing, you know, like it wasn't, just something was missing, and I definitely didn't want to go back to what I was doing. So, and growing up, like I always told my parents, like I want to get into fighting, I want to do it, like take me to boxing, you know, and they just never would. And they used to always like say it was like a money issue, but I think it was just more like they were just like wasn't sure.
They didn't want their gangster daughter knowing how to throw hands.
I think that, and like I think there was like they weren't sure if they wanted to open that door, because obviously, you know, it wasn't.
Right.
Now,
as a parent, it's nerve-wracking.
Women's combat sports wasn't then what it is now. Like it wasn't like now your daughter wants to be a fighter, you're like, heck yeah, let's go, you know, let's take over the world.
Yeah.
But then it was probably scary, and I mean, what father or grandfather wants to see their, you know, daughter doing that? So yeah, they never put me in it, and then so after CrossFit started to not fulfill what I needed, I just told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna give it a shot. And then it was actually like I'd started talking about it, and then it was when Ronda Rousey beat Alexis Davis in like 16 seconds in the first round.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to go that way. Like, this was supposed to be a really tough fight for Ronda, you know. And after that, I was just like, you know what? This looks fun, and I feel like I could do this. So that was a Saturday. The following Monday, I stepped foot into my first gym, which was One Hit MMA, in Layton with Aldo Regia, and I was there for about a year, and I thank them a lot, because that's kind of like where I got like a good base foundation, like how to throw like a proper punch. Because I mean, I fought in the streets, but it's way different than
Sure.
real fighting. It's one
Haymakers and hooks.
Yeah,
Nothing down the middle.
And one like a street fight lasts maybe up to 1 minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't need cardio.
Yeah.
Like and you could like slam people's faces, and just crazy stuff like that. You know. But I went to the gym and I about died and like couldn't throw a leg kick, couldn't throw a proper punch. Like really, like I thought I was something and I wasn't nothing at all. You know, so definitely got beat up a lot. Still do, honestly. Like I still get my ass handed to me. But after I decided to leave One Hand MMA, I went to the Garage, started working there with Dave Castillo and all them. Well, when it was the Garage. That's when shit was gangster. Okay? Koa's great. Koa is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Love Koa, but the Garage was the shit. Yeah, we had a really good team, and I loved it there. And then people just kind of started going their own ways, going their own routes, you know. And I was still in it. Like yeah. I still am in it. I still knew what I wanted and where I was headed, and I knew I needed like the right team and coaches to get me there. So I started kind of looking to make the move to Vegas. It's the fight capital of the world, you know what I mean? There's opportunities everywhere. I was following a lot of people that trained at Extreme Couture, Randy Couture's gym, and I kind of started talking to the head coach, Dennis Davis, about coming down there. And then, so yeah, I went down there in April of last year, so 2017, and so it was like April 7th, I went down there to check it out, and I went for a job interview, and by May 1st, I was living there. So I went, I trained, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to leave. So awesome. I just literally went with the clothes in my closet and maybe like $300 to get me there, and a little bit of food in my fridge, and just figured it out. And now I've been there for a year. Josh followed me, my boyfriend, he followed me. About like 3 months later, he came down, and we've just been like getting our life going there, and it was a struggle, you know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to up and move your life.
Especially with how close you are with your family. Yeah,
exactly. That's all I knew. Utah was all I knew. And then you go there, and it's like, in Utah, I made a pretty big name for myself, you know what I mean? Because the Utah community isn't very big, and I have a lot of respect here, and I have really great relationships with everybody in the fight community here. So it's kind of like I was like a big fish in a small pond type of thing. Yeah. But then you go to Vegas, and you're a tiny fish in an ocean full of sharks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Getting your ass beat every day, like training with Misha Tate, bantam champion of the world, and then being at Extreme Couture, you get so many different looks coming in and out all the time. So Claudia Gadella, Tisha Torres just came in, your girl Claudia, and we just have so many different people to teach us and show us. Dennis Davis is probably one of the best coaches in the game. He's very good at breaking down opponents. He knows his shit. He's been in the game for so long. So yeah, I'm very blessed to be down there, and that's where MMA is taking
How open are they to like other people like coming in and doing training? Because I don't always get that feeling here. I have and I haven't. Before Pat, it was like closed off. It was like you train with your camp. Garage trains with Garage. You know, these guys train with these guys. After Pat passed away, a lot of gyms opened up their doors to our group.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people were allowing us to come in. I think they felt bad for us, and we were like the Lost Boys, you know. Like we didn't have Peter Pan was gone, you know. And so like we didn't really have a place to go. And then after he passed, a lot of gyms, they opened their doors to us and have allowed us to go in and training. And everybody in our group, their game has gone up because of that ability to go train at other gyms.
So yeah, that's a problem that I always had here. Is like people were always weird about like jumping gym or training at different gyms, which it shouldn't be that way. Like Utah's a very small fight community, and we should all be willing to learn from each other. I understand we're going to fight each other, so I'm not saying go train at the person's gym you're going to fight at or anything like that, or that we all need to be best buds or something. But I think if I'm invited to a gym and I want to go into a gym, or if somebody wants to come into my gym, then we should be able to without like being scared that we're stepping on somebody's toes. Right. You know what I mean? And I truly feel like if somebody tells you not to do that, then they really just don't want what's best for you. You know what I mean? If it's going to better you, then why not? Like, I think that's a big reason as to why I have grown a lot, is because I do get different looks. You know what I mean? When you're in our little gyms that, you know, we have here, like, we don't get a lot of different people walking in. So, like, after a while, you're you're sparring the same person every week for months, years, they know what you're going to throw. They know what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, you learn each
Exactly.
other. So it's really good,
Yeah.
I think, to go to different gyms and get different looks.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that they're actually starting to be open about it. You know what I mean?
I love
'Cause
that.
back then they weren't.
I love
when
that.
I was
Yeah.
here.
There's no growth in the comfort zone.
It's been completely different since Pat passed away, and I think that we got that specific look because Pat had gained so much respect in the MMA community. People were like, they looked to be able to help us because they were like, well, you know, we love Pat and we feel bad for these guys because they don't have their coach anymore, and so
And I'm so sorry about that. So.
it was tough, but you know we have all come together since that. We have all come together, and you know, Eric's come back and you know gotten some wins, and Eric's fighting like every weekend. Dom is back and he's killing it. Like everyone, like we.
He's still there with you guys.
It's terrible. Oh yeah, he's always here with us. I have his ashes with me every single day. I wear him in this necklace, so he's with us all the time. But yeah, it was something that, but. What I saw from it was an opening in the MMA community, which I absolutely loved, and I'm curious. I was just curious, like how much of that you get out in Vegas. Is that like a common thing? Because I think that every fighter needs that. It is such a selfish sport, and you can go get awesome striking from one coach, but if you get awesome striking from the one coach, you're probably not getting great jiu-jitsu from that coach because he spent his life being a striker.
Yeah.
And so, as you trying to evolve your game, you need to be able to go visit other places and have your home place.
For sure. Our gym is very open. Like, we have people from all over the world. We have people that train in different gyms in Vegas that come to our gym to get a certain thing, like either whether it's striking or just to get those extra MMA grappling rounds. You know what I mean? Things that they don't, like, they're more at a jiu-jitsu based gym, you know? Things like that. And so I'm lucky because Extreme Couture, we're very well rounded.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
We have a wrestling practice. We have a sparring practice. We have just an all-around MMA grappling practice. Plus, my coach Dennis will give me, you know, cardio rounds. I have Danny Davis. He's amazing when it comes to strength conditioning, weight cutting, all that. He's my strength conditioning coach. He works with me on that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky. But I mean, I do go grapple down at like 10th Planet.
Oh, really?
They're really nice.
Oh, okay.
I recently, he's a teammate of mine, but I kind of like got with him as a wrestling coach, Max. His name's Max. His last name's hard to pronounce. So I'm not gonna
Whatever you call him. Yeah,
but,
just Max.
Max. Call him Max. He's awesome. He wrestled his whole life through college. He's very elite, high-level wrestler and great grappler. So I brought him in, and then when we were training together, he would take me like every Sunday to go wrestle with the high schoolers, you know, so just get in where you can. Like, you can learn everywhere. Like, that's the thing with the sport is you never stop learning. You're never too good to where you can't learn. Like, I've been doing this for 4 years, and like sometimes I like get down on myself because I'm like, geez, like 4 years and I'm nowhere where I feel like I should be. I'm nowhere where I want to be. But then it's like I've came very far, and at the same time, like, there's no end. You know what I mean? Like, we're just 4 years and we're just still getting started. I still make such simple mistakes, and I'm still learning so much. So yeah, I'm very grateful with everything I got out in Vegas. And I'm here, like I come here and I train here too. So.
Yeah, I mean, at the bigger camps, you do have that advantage of being able to get like great striking, great wrestling, especially with even the people you have training there. I mean, you name Misha Tate, who is one of the best female strikers, and then you got Claudia there, who has the most takedowns in the strawweight division. So I mean, you do even with the people you train with, you have variety. But in these smaller gyms, man, like have your home gym, but don't be afraid to walk into other gyms.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to walk in. I'll go do jiu-jitsu at Westside and roll with those guys, and then I'll come up here to Unified, and like I get different looks at different places, and I love it. Like Unified, they're in the leg lock phase right now, where they just everyone wants the leg lock. I don't get that much at Westside. It's more traditional and it's more MMA based jiu-jitsu, and so now my game is evolving. Now I get to take that back to my guys, and when I'm training with the pack, and I get to show them things now, and I get to work with them because you know, and now it's growing. So I
you
really,
have to evolve.
yes, yeah. So I really like that you guys are doing that. So and you're talking about the evolution in your game? Like, where are you seeing the evolution in your game the most? Because I know when you started, it was striking, and Destiny was walking straight forward, throwing ones or twos, and was not afraid to throw down. But where is your game evolving?
When I got to Extreme Couture, I didn't have an ounce of grappling in me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got a base of it, absolutely. Anthony Lobato, I worked with Anthony Lobato for the 2 years that I was at the garage, and he took me from like literally zero to at least give me some sort of knowledge. But my grappling and wrestling has grown a lot. And it's still not great, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm just like, my last fight, I defended a really great single leg, and the fight before that, when I won my championship, I defended 3 takedowns. Like, when I lost my first fight, I lost because I kept getting taken down.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And
Is it at the fairground, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was really hard. That was hard for me to get over. But I mean, you could sit and pout about it, or you could just fix the problem. Yeah. And that's what I've done. And now, like, my defense is really good. Like, my takedown defense has gotten really good. It's just I want to get better at actually the offense of it, like, getting my own takedowns, thing like that. When I'm wrestling, I can wrestle. When I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I can do jiu-jitsu. What I'm having a hard time is like mixing the two together. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But I still have the problem of the walking forward. I'm just like,
it's not a problem.
My coach always says.
Well, I'm not gonna be your coach on this. As a fight fan, I enjoy it. I like it, and it's worked for you. You've gotten a lot of wins under your belt with that style.
But I always leave like, even when I win, I look like I lost. You know what I mean? Like, my face always looks more messed up than it should. And my coach says, he's like, it's the Mexican in you. You'll take 3 punches to give 1.
Yep,
And so I'm actually just started working with Jesse Reed. I don't know if you guys know him. He's Hall of Famer boxing coach, worked with the Mayweathers, Johnny Tapia. He's worked with a lot of big names in boxing. He's older, but he's obviously great. He's got awesome knowledge. So I just started working with him just twice a week, just working some basic fundamental boxing things, head movement, bouncing on my toes, just things like that. So I'm pretty excited to see how
It's always known that boxing has been your passion. I mean, I've always seen you working on your boxing.
When you watch me fight,
you're dating a boxer. You just, that's always been your go-to.
And whenever I have when you watch me fight, like, I'm more of a boxer. Like, when I fought in Utah, I had very clean boxing in that fight. I was very happy about that fight.
Yeah. No, and then I didn't. So I was at FitCon, but I had to leave because I took my daughter there. She was getting fussy, so I didn't get to watch your fight. But my buddy was texting me. He's like, "Your girl's lighting this girl up!" Like, he was excited. He's like, "This girl doesn't stand a chance." I was like, "Yeah, Destiny's a boxer. She can bang."
I've got, like, Lauren Chittister is a warrior, though, man. I mean, I am very honored to have been able to share the cage with her, because she came to, like, we both wanted that belt. Like, we both came to fight. She came to fight. There was no putting her away, and trust me, I tried. There was no putting her away. Like, we both left pretty beat up, and yeah, it was an awesome, fun 5-round war. It was my first 5-round fight, so it was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have to say, having known you pretty much since the start of your career, I think you were a year into it when I first met you. And you were one of the ones that talked me into it. You were like, "You gotta do it," and I was like, "I don't know, I watch it."
And then you started knocking people out in, like, first round.
Third round. It took me a while to put him out. Yeah, he was tough. He was a tough little.
Some people are cocky.
Yeah. But anyways, you got me into it. So I can credit you to that. You helped convince me to do it. But there's 2 things that I admire about you as a fighter. One was you just picking up and going to Vegas. You being like, I'm going for it.
Thank you.
Like, that is a mentality that I've taken into my business, into what I do, especially with this podcast and just everything that, like, just go for it. Like, just take the risk, take the chance. Life's short. Yeah, just like,
don't hold back, just go.
So explain to people what it takes to actually do that, because so many people will not pull the trigger on just doing what you know you need to do in order to go after what you want.
Again, like, there's no secret to it. You just gotta do it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. There is no secret to it.
There's not. There's really not.
But talk about how scary it is to actually do it then.
It's terrifying. So I went, and like I said, I had no money. My first day of work was, so I went on a Friday, and my first day of work was that following Monday. So I went with a little bit of money to like get me some groceries, get me down there. Josh hadn't really made the move yet, so he went and then he left, and I was down there, alone. Like it was hard. Like I cried a lot. I cried so much the first 3 months of living there. Like, oh my God.
You cut all your water weight for your first flight out of your tears.
Like I cried so much, and yeah, it's not easy. To this day, it's not easy. Like, I go through things now, and I'm just like, call my mom. I'm like, what am I doing? Should I come home? She's like, no, you shouldn't come home. What is wrong with you? My mom and my dad, my parents support me to the fullest. Josh supports me to the fullest. Like, whenever I have any slightest doubt, they're just like, if you were to, throw in the towel or leave or whatever, like, you would have the most regret in your life. So I think that's something that pushes me, is it's like I would rather try and know than always look back and wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I don't. I mean, half. My biological dad has kids.
Okay. Yeah. Because I work at the same place as your mom, and.
Oh, at the hospital?
No. Do you have an aunt that works at the IRS?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, then your aunt.
Oh wait, Letty. You work with Letty?
I don't.
Tattoos?
I'm a security guard there.
Tattoos?
Okay, let me just tell you the story. Let me just explain it. I'm a security guard there.
Okay.
And so I walk around, and there is somebody who knows you who has your picture all over their desk.
Does she have short hair?
Yes.
Okay, Letty. Yeah,
That's not your mom?
Yes, she is. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about her, but so my mom and her are best friends my whole life.
Okay.
She even helped my mom raise me for a long time.
So she's like my mom.
Does she have kids?
Yes.
Okay, well, she loves you more than she loves us.
I know.
she loves you more than she loves us. Because I thought it was your mom.
Yeah.
And I didn't think you had brothers and sisters because I walked past this desk and there are 30 pictures of Destiny.
It's a shrine. It's not.
It is. It's an absolute shrine.
So her and her wife, Jermaine, I call them mom. They have literally never missed a fight. Never. Like, even when I fought in the Ho-Dunks in Montana for a silly fight that I probably shouldn't even have taken, they drove down there and we stayed in a really nasty hotel. Like, they've never missed a fight.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, she is a huge supporter. Yes.
So cool.
It's funny because I'm like walking and I'm like, that's Destiny. And then I'm like, her mom must work here. And then, like, I look on the screens and there's somebody with the last name McCubbin who always comes in, so I just figured it was your mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, anyways.
We probably are related.
So that was the first thing, like, I really just admired, like, and, like, I do, like, I think about that, like, you just picking up and just going for it, and, like, in things that I do, I'm like, man, just, like, don't, just go for it. Just, like, and so I do attribute a lot to that. The other thing that I really admire you over is win or lose, or even when you lose, it's not one of those things that, like, we have to worry, like, is Destiny going to start talking about, oh, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I shouldn't do this. I get it. You probably have those, like, personal moments where you're thinking about that. But like, there's so many people, like, they lose one fight, and then all of a sudden it's just like, should I not even pay attention to this person as a fighter? Are they done? Like, they lose, like, so I guess talk us through that mentality of losing and saying, okay, like, that was a learning experience and now I can get better. Because so many people think they're going to go through their whole career undefeated, and then when they don't.
Yeah. And so losing is the most heartbreaking thing that you can go through. And I don't know about, like, other sports like football, basketball, things like that, but you're a team. Like, the difference with fighting in MMA or boxing, like, you go in there and it's just you. You know what I mean? Like, you lose and you lose. Like, it's all on you. Nobody else loses, nobody else wins. Like, it's all on you. And it hurts because obviously, like, your whole life is given to the sport. Like I've left my family. I've gone broke. I've lost possessions because I've put my money, everything into the dream and stuff. And you spend weeks, whether it's 8 weeks, a 6-week camp, an 8-week camp, a 10-week camp, putting everything into it, and then you lose. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so heartbreaking. You do. You leave that arena, you go home, and you're just like, what am I doing? What the heck am I doing? You know, and you go through this really crazy, dark time. But it's at the end of the day, like, it's not like you want to try again. That's what it is. You just want to try again. You're like, I could do it. I know I can do it. Like this last girl I just lost to, I know I can beat her. You know what I mean? I'm better than her on the feet. She had a great game plan. I 100% believe that I am better than her, and I know I can beat her, and I will rematch her. But yeah, you go through just a really hard time, and you just have to put one foot in front of the other and try again and try again and try again. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, Michael Jordan, like, have you seen that video where he talks about, like, he's missed all these shots and he's done all this crazy stuff, and he's Michael Jordan. Yeah. Like, like, people wear his shoes now. You know what I mean? Like, there is no. Again, there's no easy way. You just have to do it. Like, if you, and I'm lying to you if I tell you, like, should I hang him up? You know, like, is this for me? And I think everybody goes through that. And again, like, Josh just always reminds me, like, you would regret it for the rest of your life, because the unknown is worse, you know. Like, I would rather try for the next 10 years and then finally be, like, my career finally coming to a halt and being like, okay, well, you know, at least I tried, instead of giving up now and looking back 10 years from now and being like, damn, what if I could have made it? You know, what if I did have what it takes? Yeah. You know, so.
I love that. No. The only real definition of failure is the one that you assign it, you know.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just always learning, you know. You're always going to get better. Even people in the UFC that you don't expect to lose, you know?
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. As a fan, I appreciate it as someone who is involved with the sport and just involved with athletics in general. Like, it's so disappointing to me to see someone lose and then for them to just act like it's like
end of the world.
It's the end of the world. You know, like, no, you lose. People lose. No one's getting out unscathed. Like,
there's no black and white. It's just there's a winner and there's a loser. You know.
Yeah, and you look at how many people even, like, went through for so long losing. I mean, you look at, like, Michael Bisping. You know, he lost how many times? You know, and he went through how many wars, and he had so many learning experiences, and he went and got a belt.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and even the best in the world lose. Look at Ronda Rousey. Mm-hmm. Ronda Rousey is one of the greatest of all times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was a GOAT of her era.
Yeah.
She was just inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
And everybody has their time. Yeah. You know, there's always somebody bigger and badder.
She was one of those sad stories, and I definitely would never want to badmouth her because of what she did for women's MMA, but she was one of those sad stories that when she lost, all of a sudden, it's just for me. Well, yeah, you were Ronda Rousey tearing everybody's arm off. Like, yes, it was for you. And
the thing is, the sport evolved, and I don't think, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like Joanna, amazing, one of the most amazing. She is probably top. You know, obviously she's number 1 in the world, but she just can't beat Rose. You know what I mean? She just can't.
And she's not gonna beat Claudia again.
No.
She won't beat Claudia again.
But I mean, there's just always. Everybody's gonna lose.
Everyone, and it's to me it's just disappointing, and like, so this podcast, I think we got a lot of young listeners, a lot of people want to come up and like, my advice to them is always, I'm gonna tell them right now, you're gonna lose, like, you're gonna lose, it's gonna happen. Don't give up. Just stick with it, and as a fan of yours, I just appreciate the fact that when you lose, I don't have to worry. Is Destiny gonna hang up her gloves? Is Destiny gonna find a new path? Is she gonna start selling real estate? Like, what is she gonna like is she gonna give up on the dream because she lost one time? No.
The only thing I can say is it's one thing to lose and one thing to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost 4 now. 4. Yeah, goodness. I've lost 4 times, but I've never quit in a fight. You'll never see me quit in the cage. You know what I mean? Like, you have to literally knock me out or break something in order for me to quit, because I'm not going to do it. So I just think, who cares if you lose? Just go out there and give hell. Yeah. Give it your all.
Yeah.
You know
put on a show.
Nobody.
You'll come back if you put on a show. You'll come back.
If you're getting tuned up, bite down on that mouthpiece and start swinging back. That's basically all you got. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right. Just don't give up. Don't quit.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, when I was with Dave, and I think any coach can say this, I don't care if you lose, just don't quit on me. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like, just give it your all. Fight.
Yep.
Fight.
No, I agree. I agree. So what is your, so you're a full-time fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea what that entails because I've never been a full-time fighter. What does your like daily training regimen look like as a full-time fighter?
When I am fighting, when I am training 100% full-time, I mean, sometimes like I'll get into work and out of work just to like, you know, stay above water and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I am, like my last fight camp, the entire like 8.5 weeks, I didn't work at all. That consists of, so I train in the morning for like 3 hours. I'll do like kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and then conditioning, and then I'll rest, and then I'll go back for like another 2 hours usually, and then I get road work in mitt work, and usually that's with Josh. Like I usually do like my road work and mitt work with him, and then everything else with
road work meaning you're running.
Mm-hmm.
You're running
yeah,
in the oven.
Gotta cut that weight.
In the oven of Las Vegas.
Yes.
The Mars.
Sometimes it gets so hot you have to run on a treadmill.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's always so hot.
Now I'm swimming a lot.
Okay, yeah, that's a better
to
idea.
Run outside, but so yeah, I mean like 3 hours in the morning, 2 to 3 hours at night. Usually 3 with the running and mitt work. So it's about like 6 hours a day and 6 to 7 days a week. I know I should sometimes take a day off.
Yeah. No.
But when the weight,
if you don't feel like you need to.
Especially if my weight isn't like where I need it to be, I'll definitely go like 7 days because I just need to get that weight off, you know?
Yeah. If you don't feel like you need to, don't. Like, people tell me all the time, I work out 7 days a week. People are like, you need, and I'm like, don't tell me what to do with my body. I feel good. Like, this is my body. I'm okay.
This last camp was really rough because I started working with Max, and he is a
wrestling
coach, and he is a grinder. That guy, he doesn't believe in being sore. He doesn't believe in getting tired. Like
I like him already.
He is. I admire him a lot because he is a very hard worker and he has the best work ethic. You know what I mean? He's great. So it was like we would wrestle Tuesdays, Thursdays, bright and early, 8 a.m. and then I would have my practices later on that day. And it was never like an easy practice, you know, because he don't believe in that. And then Sundays, like I would go grapple at 10th Planet in the morning, and then I'd go wrestle with the high schoolers in the evening. So it was quite a bit.
That's a grind. That's a big grind. Well, if you feel then you need to take a break, then you do. But like just saying, maybe I should take a break. If you don't feel like you need to, don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. But and then with the running, you know, like just adding in the running. He don't believe in running. He believes in just training hard enough so you don't have to run.
I'm not on his side. Cardio is my life. Cardio is life.
Yeah, I believe in running, but I think that's because my boxing background. Road work is huge for boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you jump rope? Because I don't jump rope.
Yeah.
But I'm not a boxer.
Not as often as I should.
Okay.
And not as often as I should. Not as often as boxers do. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But I do jump rope. Yes.
Yeah. So our girl Wex here has gotten into Muay Thai recently.
Oh, okay.
I saw.
I don't have a place. I just have a couple contacts that train, and I mean it was mostly just to keep in shape and to keep training stunts. But I'm starting to really enjoy it. I don't think I could ever actually step into a cage and like fight.
She posted
despite what everyone keeps telling me.
She posted
totally could. What about a ring?
I don't know.
You could do Muay Thai. They wear headgear and
Muay Thai, headgear, shin guards. It's just basically like a sparring.
She posted a video on her Instagram, and I'm telling you, pretty good technique.
Let's peep it.
Yeah. We will after. She posted pretty good technique for first timer.
Good.
I was pretty impressed.
Thank you. I had a really good coach.
Muay Thai's a hard one.
Yeah.
That is like bone on bone. Like Muay Thai's intense.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, like as a beginner getting into it, what would your suggestion be at first?
Just really focus on your technique. You know what I mean? Like that's everything. Like. Everything else will come, like your power will come, your speed will come. Just focus on the technique, and once you get that, it's just all gonna flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My biggest problem when I help out coaching a little bit with training like first time females is telling them to stop protecting their boobs and to put their hands up by their face. Like every girl,
moneymakers.
Yeah, every girl wants to like hold her hands like this. And I'm like,
really?
No.
I think that's just people in general. They drop their hands.
No, well, I'm like, protect yourself, and they'd be like,
I never did that.
Well, yeah, I'm just, okay.
I mean, you should have been specific when he said protect yourself,
Yeah.
right?
But I
Yeah,
used to drop my hands a
And
lot.
they put your hands up, and they'd be
Sometimes
like,
still.
they put your hands up, and they'd be like, here, and I'm like, no, what? No one's punching that. Like, no one's, put your hands in front of your face.
No one's punching that.
So yes, the technique part of it is what I was just getting to
huge.
that. Like, that's
Technique is huge.
paying attention to. I always like, it's very, I always just want to mirror the person who I'm training with. And I think
Yeah.
too many people don't do that. Like, when you're getting into like the technique part of it, just mirror exactly what they're doing across from you, and they're going to show you what you're supposed to do. So I'll be like, am I going like this? Like,
And reps, like that goes obviously with the technique, but repetition is everything. Like drillers make killers.
Right.
That is like my thing. You know, we live by that at XC. We drill a lot. And just even when I got there, like that was something one of my teammates, Cheyenne, just put in my brain. Drillers make killers. So get a move and drill it and drill it and drill it until
I love that.
do in your sleep.
yep.
Yeah. Awesome. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
Like
about.
Not
So
right now.
when's your next class? When are you getting back into it? You can't just do
When
it
this
once or
heals up.
you can't just.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm,
yeah. The ankle.
I
The
see that.
ankle,
What
the
happened?
foot.
Ankle.
I was actually just telling your boyfriend I jumped
We
into
will
a ball
tell us.
pit.
All right. So tell us the story of how you shattered your ankle.
Okay.
It's a good
I'll
one.
nutshell it. I've told it so many times now. I'm so good at it.
Tell my version of it.
No, I don't like your version of it.
My version.
Your version, you think I am at Chuck E. Cheese's, which just makes it like 5 times worse than what actually happened.
No, I meant the lie version.
Oh.
The one where you lie and say that you were on a movie set.
That's right.
And you were jumping from
I was-
semi to semi.
That's right.
The
I
fun
was.
version.
And
Apparently,
Tom-
I was doubling.
And Tom Cruise
Tom
is there.
Cruise
You were
or something.
doubling as Tom
I
Cruise.
was-
You were the female
That's the
lead.
story just evolves and changes.
Just
It's hard to keep straight.
Tell the real story. Tell the real story.
You know.
You're not a good liar like me.
I'm an awful liar. We made a homemade ball pit for this huge corporate event doTERRA threw. My friend is an event planner. They dragged in like 200,000 of those McDonald's play place balls kind of a thing. And so I wasn't there when they were actually dumping in, but I was there to see like all the bags, like 200,000 balls. That was a lot. So you literally climb upstairs to go onto this huge platform. It's like a stage with a pit. They fill the entire pit with balls. So I'm thinking, okay, 3 to 4 feet deep, you know, and I'm like getting all ready to jump in, like, oh, what trick, what flip can I throw in? And I get this feeling, it's like, I should probably just test it first, you know. So I did, and I just, just cannonball, just jumped in, thinking, 3 to 4 feet. It was a foot deep, like a foot. So
Oh my
I
God.
bottomed out and like sprayed olives in the top of my foot in this like child's play thing, And my friends are like, Wex, there are like no diving signs everywhere. It's like, shut up, it doesn't say dive. Like I just
I
jumped
didn't
in.
dive. I just jumped in with my feet.
I was like, I'd like to. You guys should put up like a depth sign, I don't know.
For real,
So,
let me know.
So then tell her how you got out of the ball pit.
How did I get out of the ball pit? I
Yeah.
like hobbled out with
Because you couldn't stand up. So
Oh
you
yeah,
had
there
to,
was no
like,
walking. It
swim
was so
out.
bad, and I've like sprained and like blown out both my ankles so many times, And this one I was just like, oh, you just have to count to like 30, and then the pain will go away. You can walk on it. It was not going away. It like got worse by the hour.
So she's like a stunt woman she's a stunt woman. Like
So
her,
we train
her
together.
job is to do dangerous things, and she strains her ankle jumping into a ball pit.
Are you really?
Yeah. I'm an actress, training with stunts. Yeah.
What? I didn't know.
So
That's
been
cool.
working for 8 months now doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then she sprains her ankle jumping into a ball pit.
But
It's a great story. So that's why I said you probably should tell people you were on the new Mission Impossible movie and you were jumping from semi to semi and you shattered your ankle catching it on a semi as you were jumping. And
I
then-
mean, if I wasn't scared to be blacklisted by the industry for like telling lies, then I totally would.
You wouldn't be you would be blacklisted if you added the second part of the story where Tom Cruise used his Scientology magic to fix your ankle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which obviously worked because
that's-
I'm walking fine without
Yes,
crutches.
that's when you get blacklisted. Is if you would have told that version of the story. I think just saying you were on it and they cut that scene from the movie, no one would even question it. They cut scenes from movies all the time.
Right?
This will make you guys happy though. So obviously I can't do cardio right now. Like I can't even elliptical bike. So what I've been doing is like going to this punching bag, this gym that I go to, propping my knee up on a chair, and then just,
Letting
speed
loose?
boxing. Yeah.
Yeah.
30 seconds on, 30 seconds
Oh,
off.
girl, yeah.
There's
Back
no
work
better.
is
It was like intense.
So
I was like, man, I used to be
Yeah.
running sprints for my cardio, and I
Yeah.
thought those were bad.
Yeah.
This one, it's like,
There's no workout like throwing punches.
Oh,
There
yeah,
really
no.
isn't.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
When
That
you're
work is
actually
intense.
trying to, like hit a. Because
Yeah.
I've like done shadow box before, like training, whatever, and I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. The second there's like a bag in front of you and you're actually trying to.
Yeah.
is a
The
game
minute the
changer.
bag is in front of you, all of a sudden you were trying to hit it as hard as you like. It's just like until you've like started, until you're like used to it and you're and you're used to the training. As like a new person coming into it, if there's a bag in front of you, you are automatically trying to punch through that bag, like no matter what, and so you're getting the best workout of your life.
Oh yeah. I was so surprised.
The further you get along into it, you're like you learn how to I learned how to do it a little better, so it's not as tiring. So you have to do more rounds. But when you first do it, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, you're done. You're like, I killed that bag.
That bag killed me.
Yeah, then that bag. No, that bag killed you. No, that bag killed you.
Get real.
Destiny,
Yeah.
you've got quite a bit of sponsors, don't you?
Yeah.
I know you got a couple.
I have a
let's
good amount.
let's give a shout out to some of your sponsors.
Okay, let's do it. So let's see. My very first sponsor ever, and she's still a sponsor. She's a cousin of mine, but they have their own business. It's a DDS Automotive, and they're actually just in Ogden, Utah. So if you ever need anything taken care of, fixed, any car problems, just go up in there and tell them I sent you, and they'll take care of you for sure.
DDS
DDS Automotive.
DDS Automotive.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're amazing. They've been a part of my journey since the beginning. So, yeah, huge shout out to them. I've got Herbally Grounded. That's where I get my supplements from.
What's it called?
Herbally Grounded.
Herbally Grounded.
It's out in Las Vegas,
Okay.
but they're online and they have really good stuff and everything is herbal. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, all really great stuff. They have this stuff I use called Infla-Ease. That's freaking amazing. Like, helps with my back pain, stuff like that. It's like a drop you put on your tongue. It's great.
So cool.
Yeah.
Like helps with inflammation stuff.
Yeah.
I should get it.
Yeah, it keeps me going through camp. Muscle Maker Grill, also down in Las Vegas. Trying to maybe get. I keep telling him you should seriously franchise out to Utah because I think you'd blow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not a
it's
lot.
not too expensive. I think you would do so well in Layton.
And there's not a lot of food supplement
Yeah.
or food or
prep
companies
and they're
out here.
really great deals. You know what I mean? Like 10 meals for $80 is really not
wow,
bad.
yeah, that's
I don't want
for what I've seen.
I don't want to promote them too much because my ex-wife is starting to do a meal prep company. And so
I actually almost got with her.
So if you go somewhere else, you're taking food out of my daughter's mouth. So
Oh my God. No,
I'm just
Don't.
saying.
I actually almost got with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
She knows what
I
she's
was
doing.
going to, but it was
you're
just
in Vegas.
yeah. And we were gonna do like the whole like the ship and stuff.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd be easier.
Yeah, it
being
is.
with
It
somebody
is
in
easier.
Vegas.
It's
Yeah.
smarter to get it fresh and where you're from. I mean, you did take
And the stuff's great.
take food out of my daughter's mouth. So maybe.
Cole and Nicolette at Muscle Maker, they take really good care of me. I love them. So yeah, anybody in Vegas ever needs meal prep, go down to Muscle Maker Grill, give them my name, and you'll also get a very good discount on your order.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. I work with Big Leagues Lawn Services. They're based out of here in Utah. They've been sponsoring me. They're new. They started sponsoring me about 2 fights ago, but they've been so helpful. They're very supportive, and one reason I really like them is because some of their proceeds goes to like kids in need, like in Mexico or Thailand.
Awesome.
They pick a kid to like help, and
I
stuff.
love that.
So yeah, they have really good program going on that I really support. So yeah, love working with them. Again, that's Big League Lawns. Take care of your lawn, do all that stuff that I'm not really too sure about, but I know they can do it.
Yeah.
They just do lawn stuff. If you need lawn stuff, just call them. They'll tell you.
Exactly.
They'll tell you if they can do it.
They're great. Ryan Mance is the owner in that, so yeah, he's awesome. Let's see, I've got Bang for Bang. They're my gear sponsor.
Yeah, I want to bring them up.
Yes.
I want a pair of those gloves.
All
The
right.
pink ones with the flowers on them. Don't laugh. I like
no,
them.
they're my favorite. I love them. Kika is the owner, and he actually has a very inspiring story too. He was a fighter, went through a lot of things. Wasn't able to fight anymore due to getting sick and stuff. But so this is kind of like his way of still being involved in the sport. You know what I mean?
love
And
it.
he makes really awesome gear, and it's not pricey. Like he doesn't charge a grip, and his stuff is obviously you've seen.
Kika, hook your boy up.
You've seen my gloves. They're
Yeah.
really nice. And he actually just made me some customs. And, well, not me. I had them made for Josh. But they're mitts, and they're mitts and gloves, so they match. And they got the Puerto American flag on them. So
Cool.
he can get like real creative.
Really?
Yeah,
So
he's
cool.
awesome.
Get a hold of me, Kika. Let's figure something out.
That
I want
he's bang for bang on Instagram.
I've seen him. No, I love him. I love his stuff.
Yeah,
I
check
love
his
his stuff.
stuff out,
I haven't
guys.
seen anything. So does he just do boxing stuff?
No, he has. He just actually
'Cause
made
I need some shin-
MMA like sparring gloves, like puffies. He just
Okay.
made some of those. They're going to be making shin guards,
I need
things
some
like
shin
that.
guards.
And yeah, I mean he's not cheap, and he's not expensive, and with my name you get like a $15 discount, so it helps it way more.
So I saw your gloves and I was like, oh, those are sick. I like them. And then there's another girl training at Team Link. What is her name now? I can't remember her name, but she had a pair of the exact same gloves, and I was like, I love those. I was like, I want some so bad. Those
The
are
pink
so
ones?
sick. Yeah, the pink ones. I
They're
love
so,
them.
I love them. They fit great, and then on the inside it says "The beauty is a beast."
Yeah. You don't need.
Oh,
You don't need to
love
put that in.
that.
You don't need to put those in mine. You don't
No,
need to
no,
put those in-
I think that's
No.
highly appropriate.
You don't need to put those in mine. But I
Anyone
love it.
listening,
Like,
that's
oh,
a requisite
I can
for
wear.
his
I can wear
gloves.
pink. I'm not afraid to wear pink, and I like them, and I like the flowers on them because I like being tropical.
Yeah.
I like
they're
I
awesome.
like warm weather.
They're
I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm not afraid to admit
they're
it.
based out of Hawaii and they're still out there, but he actually just told me they're in the works of trying to come down to Vegas. So
Cool.
when that happens,
Oh, I
we
hope
can
they do
get 'em
well.
out
That's
here.
awesome.
That'd be
Awesome.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I would love some shin guards and some boxing gloves from him. So
Yeah.
no, I do like them. I was hoping you were going to bring them up because
Yeah,
that was one I was like, I
absolutely.
love that sponsor.
They take really good care of me. Couldn't forget them. Let's see. I think that's about all I have. Like, other sponsors that come up, they come like first, like fight, like after
Yeah.
just the
One
fight.
that-
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But those are like my main.
Your main
sponsors.
go-tos.
I mean,
Love
that
that.
they just stay with me. Yeah, they take care of me the whole time.
So I forgot. I owe your uncle money. So
Mine?
yeah, and you're seeing him this weekend, aren't you?
What uncle?
I don't know. I don't know. I owe your uncle $30.
Well, which one? I don't know. I don't know who to give it to.
So
We talked about this a little.
yeah, I messaged you. Remember, I was like, your family. I'm sitting next to your family at the fights right now, and I was like, it was like I could totally tell it was your family because they were like the loudest ones in the arena. But you weren't even fighting. You weren't even there that night. You were in Vegas.
I was in Vegas.
You were in Vegas.
It was when Stephanie fought, right?
Yeah, it was when Stephanie fought and Eric was on that card, and I just sat down and I was just sitting next to these loud Latinos.
Was it Travis Giardi?
No,
No?
he's older.
Older?
He might be like your dad's brother or something. I don't know.
No, my dad's brother's younger than him.
No.
I don't know. I don't want to take your money.
I owe someone in your family
Just
$30,
take it.
and it's pissing me off that he wouldn't take it because I want him
For
to.
what?
I want him to break what?
For
So we were
what?
betting on fights all night.
Okay.
We were betting on fights all night, and I just kept losing. I just kept losing to him, and it was pissing me off. But we were betting like $5 a fight, and I lost $30 to him. I
Wow.
lost like every fight that night.
I was like, if you do the math, that is 6 fights.
Well, the problem is that I was letting him pick the first fight. I was letting him pick his fighter, and then I was just taking the other guy.
Okay.
So he just
disadvantaged
is really
you.
good
Huge
at picking
disadvantage.
his fighter. And so I just was kind of like getting the leftover guy, and he was just like, I think this guy. And so there was one that I knew was going to win because Gio, one of my fighters, was fighting that night, and that was the one I won because I knew Gio was going to win because he's a beast, and so I knew that, and so that was the one that I got. So I was feeling kind of good, and so I just kept making, and then I was like, yeah, you pick, and he kept picking the winner, and so I owe him $30. I don't know his name. I just know he's your uncle. He might not be your uncle. Be someone in your
Probably
family.
cousin. Was he with my mom?
Yeah.
Okay,
Your-
she'll be able to tell
Your
me.
mom
She'll
and
tell
your
me who she was
dad.
with.
Your mom and your dad were there.
Okay.
She'll be like, it was me.
Huh.
Yeah.
She'll be like, hand it over.
Your mom and your dad were there, and they were sitting a bit down, and then, so what happened was I messaged you, and I was
I
like,
remember you. Oh,
yeah.
I probably saw in our messages.
Yeah, I
Because I
messaged
think
you.
I said I know who it is.
Yeah, I messaged you, and I was like, your family, I'm sitting next to your family at the fights right now, and they're the loudest people in the arena, and you're not even here. and
Your family.
yeah, and then I heard your mom go, one of Destiny's friends is here. He's sitting near us, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. And then I started talking to him, and then so we all started talking, we all started chatting, and then we started to play some bets, and yeah, and then I was like, okay, well, all I have is like, whatever, a bigger bill, and he's like, I'm not gonna break your bill. He's like, don't worry about it. You don't know me, and I was like, no.
Do you remember what he looked like
you don't
if I
know him.
explain? No.
He looked like a Latino man.
Mexican?
He looked like a Mexican, yeah.
dark.
Yeah, dark skin.
Real.
Way to narrow it down.
Was he
Good job.
A Mexican in Austin.
Yeah, he was a Mexican. He looked like a Mexican from Ogden.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he looked. Okay, so I mean, it was a while ago.
They look like George Lopez.
But I feel like he looked similar to your dad.
I bet you it was Travis Giardi.
Okay.
My cousin Trav. But I think I said his name on our message thread. So
You may have. You'll have to go back and check it out. You'll have to go back and check it out because I pay my dues. I pay my bets.
Well, look at you, man of his word.
I'm a man of my freaking word. If I'm anything, I'm a man of my
I can
word.
respect that.
So speaking of being a man of my word, I've been promising you a shirt. You say you're a medium, but I swear this is too big for you. But this is UBC
Ooh.
Undefeated by Choice original.
Okay.
This is the only.
Size.
This is the only one that exists. I stopped making them in that. I stopped making that version of it.
Can they see me?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
love
it says F fear because I feel like that's kind of your mentality.
For sure. Do you have a small on you?
Not on me now.
Then that's okay.
Okay.
The medium
I mean,
one.
I can order one.
I like to trade in bigger shirts.
Okay.
So.
Well, you can get on the website
Okay.
and buy one if you want.
Heck yeah.
But they're different now. I made they're all different now.
I
Like
love
it's a
it.
different design. It's still the background's still the same, just like the writing is different.
I
In
love
different
it.
colors. So, and then give you an Undefeated by Choice sticker.
Oh.
So you
It's
and
gonna go on my
you and Kira are the only
Kyra.
I literally was saying it wrong the entire
It's
time.
okay. I do too. She's my friend and I still do so.
Yeah.
I'm like Kyra.
No, it's not Kyra. It's Kira. It's
Kyra.
Kira. No, it's not Kyra. No, it's not.
It's Kyra.
It's Kira.
No, it's not.
I swear.
She just told me the other day. Yeah, she kept calling me Kira.
She said I kept
No,
calling her
not you.
Kira.
We were talking about something else. And she was
Oh.
like, she kept calling me Kira.
It could have been you that there was just
No,
that. You
I
never know.
swear on the podcast. I was just listening to our podcast yesterday, and I swear she's like, yeah, blah blah blah. It's Kira and something blah blah blah. Yeah, Kyra, and she's like, not Kyra. I swear she's like, not Kyra.
Maybe I'm wrong then. I'm a
Yeah,
shitty
I swear it's
friend.
Kira. I swear because I did a word association. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you how I did the word association. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. I swear it's Kira. Anyways, Batara, Mogwai. You two are the only two that I've gotten gifts for.
Well, who's next?
I don't know who's next.
You gotta get our boxing promotion.
Yeah,
huh?
yes. Me and Josh were talking.
Good.
We talked about getting. I don't know, guys. I can say names. We talked about getting Jose Haro, and then Josh can come out here and talk about promotion. We can. Yeah. We talked.
You gotta be there too. You know what I mean? At the fights.
At the fights, yes. Yeah, if he hasn't been Layton, don't have him out in Vegas. I can't always go out to
We'll be
Vegas.
here.
Yeah.
It'll be at the Davis Conference.
Yeah, have him out here. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. I mean, I'm gonna try to get out to Vegas as much as I can because I love it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you hooked me up when I went out there. You meeting whatever her name is, whatever meeting whoever that was that I interviewed.
Kyra.
Met a lot of awesome people out there. One of her fighters, Bryce, we're gonna have him on. I actually might have gotten him a fight out here in Utah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For Stillfist?
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, she was telling me she has somebody out here fighting for Stillfist.
We talked about that, but they never got a hold of him.
Oh, okay.
It's actually going to be Mountain Force who got a hold of him.
I like Mountain Force.
Stillfist still might get a hold of him. I don't know. I gave him the info. I passed everything along.
I think Juan Pablo has a good thing going on.
I like Juan Pablo.
I do too.
He is a good guy.
He's a good promoter.
He really
knows his
is.
shit.
Yeah, he's a good promoter. He really puts a lot into his shows.
I know they keep calling me to come fight for them, and I want to. It's just I never they called me, and I had the Utah one. I had my state title, and then right after I was already set for this last one, and now I'm just kind of chilling, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm just kind of chilling.
Come out and fight for Juan.
I will. I'm going to. I just don't. I can't say when.
That
really
Pat Reeves memorial card that he put on, like,
was it amazing?
It was such a good card. It was such a good card, and it was so like professionally done.
Yeah.
Like even the weigh-ins was really good. He
It was like
really
that
puts a
even
lot
when
of effort
he
into it.
handled Clash? Was it Clash?
Yes.
Yeah, he handled the Clash too.
Yeah.
Him and Reed, that was a good one
Yeah,
too.
they do. He does a good job, and he got right back to me. I was like, hey, I just met this fighter out in Vegas. I know he comes from a good camp. He wants to do his pro debut, and he got back to me the next day and was like, hey, sorry I didn't get back to you quick enough. I'm like, man, so I have to wait like 10 days for people that I work with, you know. And so like, and then he was like, yeah, I'll see what we can do. And he's like, you know, would he be willing to go? Like, already had someone lined up, already had thoughts in mind, and so I was like, well, you can get a hold of Bryce, talk to his camp, whatever. So, hopefully they're going to be coming out here, and their whole team's going to come out here, and they're going to get them a fight out here in Utah. I really want to start getting more fighters from out of Utah coming into Utah to fight.
Yeah.
Utah needs to get on the board with that, and then that's one thing.
Yeah, because everybody's fighting.
Everyone knows everyone. That's literally, I was like, well, once you get a name, let me know, because I guarantee I know everything about him already, or we're gonna know everything about him already, because everyone's already fought everyone. Everyone knows, like literally, Eric is like our informant on everybody. Eric Munoz knows everything about every fighter, and you say a name, he's like, oh yeah, he fought him and him and him, and he knows everything, because all these Utah fighters are fighting each other, which is good at first, but then it's time to branch out, start getting more experience, like we were talking about. So. So yeah, you hooked me up when I went to Vegas. I appreciated that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm so glad she was able to go up in there, because I knew you were a fan. So.
Yeah. I had been following her for like 3 years. Yeah, since I had started fighting.
She's cool, huh?
Yeah, she's awesome. I just wish I knew her name. I I swear it's Kira.
Should I call her?
Call her right now. Call her on the podcast. Put it right up to the microphone.
Girl, what's your name?
Matt,
what's your name? What's your sign?
Matt's been saying it wrong, and apparently I've been saying it wrong. No. Destiny, I can't say enough about how proud I am and how I know how great your potential is. Like you're killing it. Just keep doing.
It really means a lot to hear that, because you get those doubts. So.
Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, there's going to be more losses down the road. I hate to say it, but there are. But there's going to be
experiences.
But there's going to be a lot more victories. Yeah, I love that. It's not a loss; it's a learning experience. So,
absolutely.
Keep doing what you're doing. I know that the sky's the limit for you. Stick with it, and thank you for coming to do the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so stoked to be here.
Do you have anything you want to say to anybody? I guess you don't have any fight news coming up. You don't have any.
I do have to jump back a little bit. So on sponsors, it's not that I forgot. It's new, so it didn't come to me. But I don't know if you noticed on my banner ever, or on my fight outfit, sometimes I'll have it'll just say family. My family, you've been to my fights. You know what I mean? They show out.
They're the loudest in the arena.
Out.
They are.
And they've always been like that since I started, since day one. My entire family very supportive. And my last fight, a couple cousins of mine put together a little thing, and just a ton of family just donated whatever they could, and they raised me a lot of sponsorship money. You know what I mean? No business or nothing, just everybody donated. I don't know how much people donated, but I know some people put in a lot. Some people just put in $10. You know, even $5 is something helping me chase my dream.
Right.
So family is a very big sponsor of mine. So I just want to throw that out there.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Definitely. But as far as that, no, just stay tuned. You know, I don't think I'll fight again this year, but we'll see. With the right opportunity and with my coaches, it's always up to them, you know. But right now, just kind of chilling, getting back in that grind mode, and focusing. We've got the boxing promotion coming, so stay tuned for that. That'll be here in Utah, so everybody should come out.
We'll promote it on here.
We're going to be working with Roy Jones and his management, so it'll be really great. I'm excited.
I love Roy Jones. Well, two people I'd show up for.
Yeah.
Tyson or Roy Jones.
Exactly. But thank you so much for having me. I'm super stoked to be here. I'm glad we got it done.
Yeah, you're the first one in our new setup, our new
It's an honor.
Our new co-host. Do you have any questions for her? Anything to finish off with?
Not really questions. I was watching you train, and there was that creeper, you know. But I do. So I certified as a trainer back in high school, and it's something that staying active, everything like that, you know. I don't train anymore. But I was just so impressed. Like, I've never met you before.
Yeah.
But I was just like, your drive and your determination just totally emanated from you. Before I even spoke a word to you, I was just like, man, this girl is killing it. And like, after listening to you, like everything that makes you tick, all your motives, like it just fits you, you know? So it's like, it's one of those, like, we all have those moments where, you know, like fears and doubt set in, you know? Like, I can think back of experiences where I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought that was the end, you know? But it's the people who just, like, have that drive and determination, keep going, you know? And that's not a common trait, you know? So it's so cool seeing that from you and, like, listening to you, you know? It was just like, man, this is so inspirational. Like,
thank you so
she's
much.
so cool. I love that, yeah.
Well, you too. You're a dream chaser too. I mean, working in movies and stuff, that's no walk in the park. So, you're killing it too.
We got a table full of motivated people here.
Yes. Women empower women.
Power of women. And that.
But you're getting pink gloves.
I'm gonna have pink gloves, and I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm not afraid. I feel like if you, at one point in your life, step into a cage and fight another human, okay, as a man, if you step into a cage and fight another man, then you have free reign to be as feminine as you want after that, because you've already proven your manhood.
For sure.
Like, I can do what I want. I can wear a dress at this point.
Yes.
And no one can say anything. And first of all, even if I wore a dress, there'd be nothing wrong with that.
No.
I could do whatever I want. It's 2018. We can do whatever we want.
Get on with your bad self.
Yeah, exactly. I can love who I want. Wex, I'm gonna give you the first go at your tagline.
All right.
Look into the camera.
Okay.
Do you remember it?
I do.
Okay.
Be you, be yourself, be confident.
Be good to yourself, be good to each other. I love you. And that's it.
Bam.